Welcome to Berlin. What is going on, everybody? I am in Berlin this week. Today we are checking out the Grand Hyatt in Berlin. Let's not beat around the bush. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's get on with it. Let's go. Located in the Mitte district, more specifically at Potsdamer Platz, this area was actually once known as the no man's land of the Berlin Wall. You can see the greenery right now at the top of your screen. That's Tiergarten. That's a 2-minute walk from the hotel, and it is Berlin's Central Park. The location definitely gives more business vibes, but that means that there is great transportation that will connect you to anywhere else in Berlin. And in fact, there is a direct train from the airport to Berlin Potsdamer Platz in 25 minutes. The hotel is about a 10 to 15 minute walk to many historical sites such as Parliament House, Museum Island, and of course, the Brandenburg Gates. An interesting fact is that when you see two bricks cemented together as shown, it is a sign of where the Berlin Wall used to be. Alright, enough with the location, let's get back to the hotel. The Grand Hyatt is situated in the Classics category of the Hyatt portfolio. This image is not a hierarchical depiction of the Hyatt portfolio. With that said, the Grand Hyatt is the standout brand in the Classics category. And here is a quick snapshot of the hotel amenities. Before the room tour, let me give you a quick scan of the menu from Bistro Mitte. Before we give you a tour of the room, don't forget to give this video a like, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Your support really means the world to me. Thank you! The hotel has 7 floors of rooms, with the 8th floor being the wellness center. The club lounge is also located on the 7th floor, and we'll check that out a little bit later in the video. But first, a room tour. Alright, and for the room tour, as you can see, immediately walking in from the door, you'll have a space where you can hang your coats and your hats. To my left is where the bathroom is. Where the camera is sitting, there is actually a really nice long space where you can kind of throw your keys, your wallet, whatever you want, just something very, very small. And then behind me is where the bed is. You'll also see your mini bar is tucked away in here. So walking into the bathroom, you'll see immediately to your left, you have a shower and bath combination. Your bathroom is over there. In here is where you can store your luggage, and that's a really nice set of coat hangers and coat spaces. And then just onto the sink. You have 2 doors, which will take you straight into the bedroom. Otherwise, you can go back from the hallway. A nice king bed, a little workspace, and your TV. There is enough storage in the room to kind of tuck things away so that you don't see them. For example, my luggage. And I have had many more pieces of luggage in this room before, and it is the right size for it. And now onto the bed. It is probably one of the most comfortable beds you'll find in a hotel. Heading back down to the lobby, there is the hotel bar called Vox. You'll see plenty of seating. It's a beautiful looking bar, and right at the back of the bar is the cigar and whiskey room. And next to the bar is the Vox restaurant, which we are going to go this morning for breakfast. Please note that as a globalist, you actually have a choice of 2. You can have your breakfast here at the Vox restaurant or at the club lounge, which we'll also check out a little bit later in the video. You have a section here where you can make your tea, and then directly opposite that is where you can have your champagne. Perfect combination. Padding through, you've got your fruit, nuts, muesli, yogurt, plenty of different types of yogurt over here, and honey. There is a raw vegan section around here as well, which is really great. You've got your pastries and your bread section. You have your cold cut section here, cheese, smoked salmon, meats, very, very fresh, very, very European. Beautiful. The hot breakfast follows with eggs, congee, which I was very surprised about, and then your traditional Western breakfast. Scrambled eggs, sausages, bacon, mushrooms, etc. And as promised, we're now going to check out the breakfast option at the Club Lounge, which is located on the 7th floor. Hyatt Globalist members get access to this Club Lounge as well as certain type of rooms in this hotel as well. What you'll find in a Club Lounge breakfast is that it is usually a much more scaled down version of what you'll find in the main restaurant, just due to foot traffic. The main difference between the Club Lounge and the restaurant for the breakfast is that you don't get things like congee or the a la carte menu, but everything else is relatively the same, but just in a much more scaled down version of it. I was able to go into the Club Lounge at 7 a.m. where there was no one there, so I could give you a quick tour of the Club Lounge. This is the same setup as what they will have throughout the day, as well as anything in the evening as well. So between 6 and 8 p.m. every evening, there is snack hours at the Club Lounge, and it's open to anybody who has access to the Club Lounge. And here it is right there. You would just miss a couple of snacks over there with sparkling wine, red, white, soup, and of course there is non-alcoholic versions as well. On the 8th floor of the building is the Wellness Center. Let's go check it out. And here it is, the hotel gym. Now, is it the biggest hotel gym in the world? No. Is it functional and has a lot of the things that work on different muscle groups? Yes. Now, the only caution is that this is also a members club gym, so it can get very crowded during peak times. So the wellness area at the Grand Hyatt in Berlin has quite a lot of massage offerings. You've also got a men's room, which is connected to your steam room, sauna, a cold plunge, a full immersive wellness experience, which is pretty awesome. And straight through those doors, the crown jewel of the hotel, an indoor swimming pool with jacuzzi overlooking the whole city, which is pretty awesome. Hey, what's up guys? I have been in Berlin now for the last couple of days and it is time to return home. So before I do that, I just want to give my thoughts on my experience in the hotel. So let me start off by giving kind of like my rundown of where the location is. Location wise, it is pretty centrally located. It is located in like the CBD or like the finance business district. It is kind of close to a few different sites. So kind of like the Brandenburg Gates, you're about a 10-minute walk from there. And then subsequently from that point on, you kind of have like a lot more of the historical sites. But transportation, you're in Potsdamer Platz, and there is a lovely train and subway options there. And so that is really easy to get to anywhere else in Berlin, which is really great. The only thing that I would say that it is located in more of the business district. So people may like that, people may not like that, but it is relatively close to kind of like the Mall of Berlin. And you know, Berlin is a really easy and walkable city, probably in summer. So I don't have any issues staying in where I am at the moment. People give me slack for staying in like the sterile part of Berlin. I don't find that at all. I find that there is kind of, you know, a good amount of kind of like restaurants, coffees, cafes. But if you're looking for like, you know, bars and clubs and everything else, then this is not the right hotel for you. But it is centrally located to everything. And you've got kind of like, you know, Ubers and taxis really close by. So location for me, it is quite spot on. So the staff and the service that you experience at the Grand Hyatt in Berlin is quite top-notch. Being on a higher tier of kind of like the higher portfolio, you do have, you know, you do expect kind of like, you know, really good customer service. And the team here is very, very friendly, very helpful. They all speak obviously different European languages, German obviously being the one, and they all are very, very proficient in English. Lastly, the amenities. So for me, the amenities kind of consist of like the spa, the swimming pool, the gym, and like the club lounge that I get access to, being a globalist. So let's start off with the club lounge. The club lounge is decently sized, and also the breakfast compared to the restaurant breakfast is always a bit pared down and is more than sufficient. Happy hour cocktail element of it It's good. It's not the most amazing from a food and beverage point of view, but it is sufficient. And if you're, the whole purpose of it is not to get fed, is to kind of have like drinks and snacks before dinner. All right, the amenities for the wellness area, like the gym, the spa, the swimming pool. Swimming pool is super impressive. It's at the top of the hotel, and it kind of gives an overview of, and it has a great view of Berlin. And into the spa, you've got like your normal sauna, steam room. You have your cold plunge there as well, and a general chill out area that kind of oversees the whole of Berlin, which is quite nice. That's obviously complimentary as part of your stay. And finally, the gym. The gym to me is probably the biggest downfall at the Grand Hyatt in Berlin. So it is not the biggest gym in the world. It is open to guests that are staying at the hotel, but it is also a members gym as well. So during peak time, it can get very, very overcrowded. So just be mindful of that. All right, and finally, the big question, will I stay here again? The answer is yeah, I absolutely would. And I have done so previously, given the location, the staff, and the bed is super comfortable. So I love that. And I am almost guaranteed a very well sleep every single night. Prices kind of fluctuates between peak and off peak. So during peak, you're looking at about 450 euros a night, which is really expensive. But during off peak, you can probably get a room for about 150 euros a night. So there is a big price fluctuation. Just be on the website and look out for the best deals they can find. And once again, thank you for watching the video, and remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you all somewhere in the world. Peace.